So mumiendi kanhwe atofuwuo because enu na ehu na ye aha na yete no ye wo kwan a ye fa so twe otofo se obi kwa afuom na due bubọ na omo wo kwan a omo fa so twe sa asaman no ebi di enwan sa accident si wo baabi a omo wo kwan omo fa so twe sa nipa ni sunsun in fact sensuo fa obi a omo wo kwan omo fa so ebo mpa ye twe nipa ni sunsun se de be ya ne body ni bedi akire ayeden aba Akabulans, they still practice this. Na ye dem potin na ya ekoso. Now, Atɔfo reports often emerge surrounding incidents of violent accidents, where individuals claim that the spirit of the deceased continues to linger in the area. Sa accident si baby a obia wo gidie bi wo mu se. Se nipa na baby accident ni si ye ne ne awu no owo ho kafra mu fa ncheme nti sa cocoa farms na yini koto ho no anka beye believe say sankrofo 8 no omote ho wuduru ho bia obeku akohu se omote ho sa asem no se yete a pamocho nokure be important na wom omo asabi omo atorenchem tom wo circle ni stadium no omo da so ati stadium ho ya hwe movies tama ye yenkola no the ghost movie no obi ahwe bi na dia owu wo train mu no na sa asama ni train mu note mebe se mi hu se sa niama we no eden nokure potin na ewom eno nene ye komu deep na ya hwe bi pentem anio ebi kura to me dream se wuwu na wunya 40 days a ukọ untumi mba biom ebi nso so se wuwu na ye nsie wa wudi wo body no ho akone aba enti wonkoi wo ho ebi nso so bi fili se yesie wu na waporo a wawu kọ no kura wo nenam ombetimi afra wo ama waba san na wo wadwen ye yati niama bebre atie nsem bebre inti ye no ne yehwe. Additionally, families moving into new homes may report sighting of a figure such as a woman in white appearing in hallways. Obi jina staircase ni so obi wo hall ho obi ebe omo kwati mi ka so obi bie fridge no na ohwiehwie nsuogu na okeka nche sa asem no yeti anokore be ni wum. In the realms of entertainment, what did I say? Me say in the realms of entertainment, particularly in horror movies, these accounts are often enhanced for dramatic effect. Because some ye movie no omo de sa de na bemu na efie ho no obi wu wo ho na ohye ceiling ni so na edura na adwa no we piaba o basement ho na girl na no ho ofe wo ho no onom no fo a sa de we no mutumi de ejegum na afi ya tension na na ehu na ni nyina ahye yemu minuanom. We have all heard it. Nokura wo mu pa eyeden. Someone dies in a violent accident and afterwards people say the spirit still walks there. Baby ato renchem ni si ye no nkrofo so meduru ho mi hu no meduru ho no mi hu no nokura be na wa asem we mu ye bisa sa aya na de no mu hu oh se si ami be na mi hia ma mi grace o medu fie no mu so wewu sa asem no nokura be na ewom aya me ka se me wu ebi mu mpekura na de oh mama men kasa be ela be ka asem no me mpekra yo mate mu fa ni se mudu ho no na you thumbs up yes here you know uhia no udru ya wante udru ya no so there is even a saying say obi wu a ono no kokko ka kire ne nkrofo e ben ni say wewu no kura ben ene wom. But let us strip away the drama. Mumye yi drama ni mfi medical catch ha na nye superstition ye hwehwe no kura bi wo bibim. What is really being observed from a spiritual science perspective? Say ye yi drama ni free ho ni ye superstition ni edi free ho no ma e de be important na e wo ho no mu. When you get deeper into spirituality about all these ghosts, the images and all these cinematic dramas, science reveals that human beings emit electrical energy as they interact with the world around them. That is why we have our mantras. I say we are light, we came from light, we will go back to light. Science also confirms this. In fact, Saudi unimu shekra at least unim so obiwa. Jane wonimu efri nimu ema ne honam nyina ebeye cold. Wo de ba science mu a saa na wo be ba beti ase e wo hono se eye ejebi ana ohyew bi ena eni omudi nsawoso ewe wiase a ewo omo ho no. Ebusia, those of you who are scholars, muna mwako school misremo, please tell me if you know that our body produces electricity. Mwa mwako school, mu se munim we. Se munim. Inti na before the omu ye mobo, ekuro bia na oman bia before doors wo ho no. Na omo weather na sesa. Enti ube hu se uko UK a woni nye hard. America so baby wo ho uko a woni nye hard, but uko China a woni ye hard. Uko Canada ye strong. Inti se se no sa ankrofo no mo abie before se omo mbra. Inti se nka ye nim ye ho a nka ye be charge omo for that answer yakoho, because we go there to change their weather for them, but ye was zero knowledge about this. Inti ye de ye kokra ma ye yete se omo momu no omo ye papa bi. Every emotion and action that we engage in sends out a wave of energy like electricity. This is common knowledge for everybody. Obi enim. Eye very simple. Mo amako school no, mo betumi a confirm me atoro bi aka ho wo ho no mo amaye. Now, it is said that in normal day-to-day ordinary moments, this energy vanishes or disappears quickly. Sa energy na ye na mu no etimi free ye ho. All these things are coded in the Bible. Or say ye kum ye da so ye wu. No sanso se uni mo wu ahwenda. Wona na ne kan we kire ho. Nti de bia day in and day out no, wo flip it through life and I will rehearse it or exit. Ewo life we mu, but nimdie ne sebe eni ho mayen. However, during instances of violence, fear, or intense passion, like an accident or during an exciting football match at a stadium, or even after a boxing fight, the energy generated is significantly more powerful. Because the nipa ni nyina akoya te se ubufu a the energy na we generating ye higher. Echen says sebe oboajo. Inti there are things that triggers the energy to the maximum level. What you say, and I said the top notch and the highest level. Na enu baby a etimi a trigger na ebi na mabobo bosi. This is the reason why ya bibia nipa edosun womu no na nipa bebre akoma womu no ebeye kese. Platform way eye kese chen platform bia not because minim bebrebe, but because dia minimu no etimi ama wo wa beka ho. Enti wo energy abeka ho na abeye kese, but it's not draining your energy. But baby a wo bekwa energy ni beye kese na draining no, and also ye another thing, because we don't put fear or violence in you. The person what you say ewo ha say mame. In this case, the energy wave stays for a very long time at that place. Enti se wo so ubetumi the stadium, aya so cinema halls, ubetumi the aye a club, ubetumi the sorry dem ni ade e de aye, because enipa ni bebre kɔ na ehun so ewo ho na ba ni sa na energies na ekɔ ho ewo ho no e stay for long. That is why a mirror eye very serious. Because nkrofo behwe nkrofo bebre behwe omanim ewom enti na nsuo so very powerful, because nkrofo bebre ehwe omanim ewom. Imagine it like a recording left behind in a spot where something very traumatic has happened. What you say, ade a esi wo baby, ade ni wo biomo, but udu baby ade ni si wo ho na, how do you feel? Especially say na wo bi wo ma na wo ho na utumi free mu a saying and I will feel it. Even after the event is over, the feelings and energy from that experience stay in the area. Saying at the end, this is energy machramu at the corner. Etimi stay wo ho. Nti so nipa na wu no kokora e de na stay wo ho. Pacho question na me bi sani. Cause udru ho pe obi a stadium asem ni si ya no wo ho bi o escape ye no. Ohun stadium bia that trauma will come to know. Enti ka kire me ede be na esi ye ewo baabi a na wo ho ade bia uduru a watena ka mu ankaka na ikonya accident da ana enya accident wo baabi mu a mo ye market na mu tu kwan koba no uduru ho de bia, how do you feel? Na nsenya plane crash be ye rampant wo obi a wo ta tu kwan a so wo kwotena plane mu a, how do you feel? Some people, especially those who are more sensitive and have a gift of hyper intuition, can sense and easily pick up these lingering feelings and turn them into mental images. Inti so bi se wahu samanya utie asema meka ni sesie ya wahu samanya mpa ana o sense bibi wa piki bibi ena o sense na what turning no into image e wonani so ana asa ampane ampa nipa no gina ho eye question ami ja ma so mami bi sa we those who claim say omo koye rituals won samampom ukoye rituals won samampom a eho na ho yes eho ye energy feels na ye harvest energy ho ba wo na wo koho na wakoye a ritual wo ho no edin nti na wo koho akoye ritual edin ne wo nipa wo ho ni na ewu eko nti se wo obi se koho na koye rituals ama o ma proper explanation say edin important e na wo koho ama wo explanation papa men ko na de nankasa po wo ka ne sei obi ka kire obi se kwa ha koye se wo benye sika nipa nankasa enye sika de ye ma ne direction ni nim sebe nyansa obebisa se na wo yese enye sika de na wo koye bi na wunya ye mbisa question e de important na mo ka kire nkrofo so mo nko cemetery no mo koye rituals. I leave this for you. The platform is equally open. You can come and tell us say nipa na wawu na wapro no gina ho a enye sanso de ene omo koho no mo akoye den enti no mibisa sa mo ko cemetery ho na mo koye den na mema remfio yesu su wunya ne ye is biblical oko asamando according to Bible eko free nsamanfo na ewo ho no sa asem no ase pa kire sen osofo bi mbedi kodi mayen ko bisa osofo se Maame Grace can say o se di kodi mayen the ghost you might see in a room or at the place of an incident might not actually be the real image of a deceased person. Enti said the American said or some na wuhu no wo baabi a accident ni si ye na enye saman no na gina ho no. Se enye saman ni na dia wawu no gina ho de ene din ni gina ho no. Se enye ne wawu no ene gina ho de a ene din na gina ho no. Se ye saman na gina ho na enye ne wawu no gina ho de ene na saman so ye dan. We know a question but it could simply be our minds trying to make a real world sense of an energy wave from the impact and people involved. TNU, we bet me I say that's still lingering in the environment. Into a DNA wohono. A DNA wohono. This theory forms the explanation for Atɔfo. Atɔfo matter me bubu mama say no where ghosts from gory accidents haunt roads and places for years. There was a story of a woman who once said that she saw 3 figures standing by the woods at night while driving home. Obi say ohun nsamanfo ana ohun nipa miense bi so omu gina baabi anadusuma or drive ya okofie e dey no hu wahu bibi ampa. She thought they were stranded passengers who needed help. So she asked her husband to stop and help them. Onu ehu, oni ni kunu nenam. Inti oduru ho no na oka kire ni kunu se gina na nkrofo miense ya mi hu omo ha de be omo are stranded inti omo ha na ye ma omo lift. Inti oka asem ni kire ni kunu no aso ni kunu behu ana. But her husband saw nothing. Maame na hu omo ama waka kire ni kunu mpo se onjina na omo mboa omo eye ne se nkrofo no omo are stranded but ni kunu no hwe eye no oso wa hu bibia say na ye explain this ti wo hwe maame na de na eye no or hallucinate sebe na ni su chin no ana se ye den se woni obi te ho na oso wa hu wei na wo su hu ya se nipa no ye mputi ne wo hefa. The next day she was told that 3 people had died in a car accident at that exact location. She said she saw the people. And she say na etie dia ni kunu so wa hu obi a ade a kire ye no e na omote say e ho no nipa miensa wu wo ka mu e wo ho. Nti at this point wo hwa e den na woman ni hu wo ho cause ono no hu ye ni kunu na hu hwe. Nti woman no wa hu nsamanfo ana wa hu nkrofo no omo ewu ni so omo gina ho. And also said, what do you think? She didn't lie to the husband, But the husband didn't see anything. She genuinely saw something. But what was it? However, it's important to note that she perceived this phenomenon while her partner did not. Ipa mienu nenam ena we yehu ni kunu ni se we yehu saa de we ekoso wo baabi a obi wo se owu ye na omode ne ba afie no omu hu se omu awu dada nyina be surrounding fie obi kura omu se omu hu ni se o welcome no. In fact se woni obi a wanyi partner da obeka cho se mihu asomasi mihu se aya na den na omu hu pa cho den na omu hu. This indicate that what she observed was not people walking by. Ntina uhwe we ya na che eye nipa a omo nam ho no hu nya nka ne kunu ni so behu e che se nye nipa a omo awu no na omo nam ho e no hu yi, but rather an impression of energy that her mind interpreted as a visual image. Pacho, get this straight for me. Eno na maame no ohu ye. This brings us to the African tradition of necromancy after someone dies. Inti afe wahu nchirechiremu amede ama wi no afe muma yen get into African necromancy se obi ewu a. It is so important after people die that this special investigation is done where the ghost of the deceased is called to tell the family an account of why he died. Sadi ene da so ho. Woyo bibini a ebusunya a wofi ni tribe a wofi mu no saa de na da so wo ho hwan mu ene wo kwan se omo fredi a wawu wa ebusunya ni mu bisa na ade ekun no anka ba ye traditions ene ye culture ne ye spirituality mu se saa niam ya mekan ye a anka mituche de ma yigbefo until say Voltarians no kamituche de ma omo cause omo wo omo behwehwe obi wusu omo behwehwe until so omo nso agyae ama bi sa abefra. Senka me say me practice any of these things going on and meko baby anka meko voter ready me nim de enti a mpanimfo na wo no so agyae ekoso ema quacks no abegu mutumi fa jamboa sabio ema oba yi ne ho ne pant de bro na wo de jamboa ne oba ne wini ne mowura wabubu na gu ne pant mu asie no nipa onwuye bibisa say eden. So obi se ne maame ayira ne papa ayira na waba ho no na wo se wo betumi ahwehwe na wo se nipa na wu no wantumi ankere yem ba bi nipa na wu ni ne ekun no ne yankọ ho ankọhwe ehu evidence a ede na wo ye. I don't know why we are joking with such a huge thing. Intinka ho no mu pa na sa niama we no na wo ho solid. But say I can't say nim so mo nim mo betumi abeka na yetie bi. Inti maame we wantwa ntro e wo kwan bi aso na wait sa niama we na Africa ye practice. Inti aha na untumi nya bone basabasa wo da bi inti e ba ne sen ene nde we nyina be ye nwura. To me fresa my wo. The big question is whether this is true or if it is a scam. Eno ni ye ntumi nkyere. Say yes scam, say ye de na me necromancy na me ye say na me hu saman na me fa na me kosi how. We need explanation. The platform is open and it is for free. What is your experience? So bitsi or fresh samaya no be a we dey important na all free. When we talk of this, I kasa about your ancestors na no more ability to do this. We must understand that what our ancient ancestors used to understand when it comes to these things, we, on the other hand, have completely corrupted or diluted it. Ntina me de ehone bae so that you don't obi mbe kan chiro say dia mami grace kan na me de me ye pa na waduru ho. No, zero. This was one of the biggest thing. Now, your ancient ancestors no more ye na yen de ya corrupted no ya dilute no. The explanation science gives to ghosts being electromagnetic wave energy is not different from what our ancestors used to believe. So, me catch them plain say ancestors na mo dani omo adefo no munjai. What bon say? Asem ba ko a wote ye wuntumi nka asem fufuro bi apart from the wote platform we say so. And no na waka you can't even go deeper about it. Wose na unim dada nka the way waka ma na tete no anka na woda soka wanka da till say what your platform we so na nda ancestors or china ancestors and omo ko ha and omo ba ha ya sise nsuo ne ball egu bibie mu ase na ye ne poto your ancestors no omo ye real thing nti who friend ancestors the end no will justify this matter nti ade bia na your ancestors ne practice ne ade na science e back no. That is why I'm telling you, say they were never primitive. Namu showcase you wrongly. I'm telling you for a fact. Say your ancestors no mo da so ho se si ami donyame. Allahu Akbar. Say nkomo for doso ne ayi nsi o manka they have improved. Me na me ka me kire o. Omo hia me no mo ka kire me plain. Omo say nkomo improve da. Aden we because ya yira until that na ye kulomu twintwan ne ye dey come say this platform is taking you to another level when it comes to spirituality. Until ye enko back ye be ko back ne ye fa ye dey hihya ase ye ne ya build wo so. Eno ne ne wo ye wa ha because we must benefit from what we are practicing, not one man benefit o. It should benefit the entire continent. Kwame Nkrumah kan asem bi. Or say when they say Africa is poor, and yeah, African they are poor, but they are Africans in omo poor. The reason being that labor ni bibia is taken away from them. Pampa, the continent is not poor, but we are poor in the head. We joke and play too much. Now before I ever read this episode, no, ube uni entia ye free BBM. Ye ni masama ye kan dem, ye ni masama ankola ankebi. Inti mo pesa mo kire me se mpanimfo mo wo kuromu ha. This Igbo chief as a moon to me ntena dem nka. E ma asem no settle as eya ahinsem ahinsem podi nka bofre ni kwan so ka bi. Enne da abonti no bi sesi ye mbuo bia na se ye didi mpanimfo nyina atam ne ye didi ahimfo nyina atam a ye nyankasa e dey control no ye benya. E kuro ni efie ni abusia control ni mu no. Omo no mu basa. Ye ni masama ye kan dem asem bi mpo wo anke ba ye mfensi social media so because obi wo ho ye ignorant enti oti asem we ya na waso ne fa ha na ode ko sesi ye mbu hwe ye mbu obia enti ye pese ye tine kurom ha na kurom ha ye yie de enti a etesa no show we be ko na wie ye no be hu esese mpanimfo no looking for portals e bie what has control over this universe no mu create impact for mo ho enye kasa enye hunehuna na enye tumi na enye microphone nti na me say there were so many questions to ask them. However, we've been miseducated to believe ours is either superstition or demonic. Bibia o bibini be ye bi enye na de enye no so no yes, nya ni ye nya nkrofo omo so empa adwuma ye ombe didu na bibia ye sakpa like that ni ye nenamo I to say eye de just at the moment bibi beba be superstition e ba be demonic but then it turn into business for others. It turning into business for others and na be normal na ye fake na ye useless na ye benefit into ye lose sa grip na fe ya ye hey benefit e womu no any control e womu no influence e womu no ye lose it completely into me mwayen. Now there are two ways by which our ancestors used to do this necromancy thing and it's similar to what was copied into the Bible. Baba chiro the way our ancestors ne no why in our ancestors way a gifted person who is blessed with a higher intuition and psychic abilities is made to first pick the electromagnetic wave signals of the dead person. What did I say? Enti adentina say electromagnetic wave signals there. Na just say ade egwo ko ebinumu use o. Mi bisa Ghanaian leaders. E den no mo ye e wo we hu. Because prayer cannot bring out these signals e be nothing. Enye noise making. And e be bring out a signal ye di be ye say me catch no painting tone time what you say. Obi a or practice side ye won be na no nka wo public da. If it is genuine. Electromagnetic wave in a signal no and onipa no oya ade no obe pick from the dead. Na o pick no from their wawuni wia tieni yo Tieni yo, or pick it from their wewuni wia. Na fe wa harvested them into a form where they can read these signals and interpret them. This was what our ancestors were doing. Na nya se onipa ni gina no ne kasa na ho te sen we so so ho ye na me bisa mu tintontan se osofo wo ben eno se obetumi agada sa de we chemical we a mix na wa fa signal no na watimi interpret. The platform is open and it is for free. Say if omu ntumi nye na ye nye sa de we dia me bisa ye leaders no edie be no bi be ye ya obetumi atowa so. Papa Mahama ebe inherited Professor Mills. Iti imagine say Papa Mahama gina honomo na watimi yes a magnetic wave signal you know what someone say the energy of Professor Mills. Na o interpreti bisa say edie ben pa na be mo bi are powerful than this. Are they aware? I ask all the leaders. And Kenya sanka konwa ka speaker of parliament tina sa konwa ne so a omo ewu akwa nyina no obetumi as someone say omo signal no na wa harvested the electromagnetic wave no na fe signal ne so a na fe wa harvested them into a form na fe o read na o interpret who feels a day na ye powerful chain way. So everything that the person thought tieniye the thoughts of the dead, the frequency they produced, the vibrations, all aura things they saw, felt, and echoes before they died are retrieved from these waves. And a sensible explanation is attached to them. Are you talking about necromancy? When we ask you of how you practice, you also now nananum and nananum. This is it. And kings and chiefs and bigger presidents are using this to better their lives. We are here gallivanting around necromancy just so that we can find ka chotopua na yatinim. Where your life? Maybe sasa way your life that ben ye bedu ye be about spirituality ye joke. Me say ye be pon and then no. Ye bet say baby a Christianity no deity no tim no baby a wapeja ne ho akodu ni the way a operate. Na ya hwe say no na affect African Christianity na o ma hwe bibia ye so mo betie pa. This is what our ancestors were practicing, so easy, so simple, so accurate. And they were bringing out better and perfect results that was creating a greater impact in their lives. What are we doing here? Again, we are polluting all the greater stuff that can help us. Minia, yes, some pom and a sikani nimdi any nyansen in our. When they say that, they are not talking about nipana we are prona yet see no. A hono sa what the idea de cohono moa. Nipa no we wapro oni hobium. Na mom e hono so sanso ye energy field, energy harvesting field. Na energy harvesting field no say na ye harvesting no. Eno na ye question na me bi sa won. Ma kire wo the way na ye ancestors no omu kosa niam we mu e put the signal no into a form and interpret them. Oh Africa. This became evil because of Bible. They practiced it and they told you it is evil. Oh, mandabro sekete. Yasema yemobo, ya yemobo. President Ben Okansa ya yemobo dodo. President Ben Okansa no. Me kai, who kai atro ni dini mi refi. Anyways, but I know one of them said ya yemobo dodo. Why no. This exists and powerful governments are using it for their military and security intelligence. Oh Ghana, oh Africa. We obi di tidua bi ase e na o twa akokɔ na ɔwe cause on pay adwuma aye yentumi mboa ɔman ni po e na nka se ya manfo no ɔmo ba akomfo hɔ no ɔmo yese wo bi so wo mba me ho ntimi ntumi nye yenya ya spirituality ne true kan until you can't even approach any leader. They see us as jokers because we have zero knowledge about what we know. The little we know too, we are selling it. Until yenya nkasa po yenya attractive anye yi a endure ya Christopher ya omo kra mesi omo nim omo chemically ye prayer and die mo omo more than ya mamu. And they call or ye jokers. Ebi wa who are so disgraceful. Ni ye diso. Obibini engine to mu say eye adwuma na me nipa ye yie because obi aka kire ne say wonum we na wo kwa na udware we ya wo benya sika wati bi da na sika duro kura say onipa ne nya adwuma sika duro ne nya adwuma ama no